Well, basically, when it comes to the only public inquiry into the events that took my uncle's life and 3,000 others, what we find is the U.S. government has told us a story that conflicts tremendously with the physical, scientific, corroborated evidence that we could all find in the public forum. 60% of the commissioners said that they were lied to, that we did not get the entire story. 70% of family members' questions were never answered during that only public inquiry years ago. Here in New York City, for the past year, we've collected 80,000 signatures to have on this November's ballot a referendum that allows for New York City voters to say yes to an impartial, non-political, subpoena-powered investigation, a proper investigation, into the events that took my uncle's life.
I'm aware that there's still some who would question or even justify the offense of 9/11. But let us be clear. Al-Qaida killed nearly 3,000 people on that day. These are not opinions to be debated. These are facts to be dealt with.
Now, that organization alleges that the U.S. government is responsible for the 9/11 attacks.
Would you not say that the fact that there's been no terror attacks in the last 8 years means that the U.S. administration is, at least now, on the right path?
You know, it could also mean that there was no real threat to begin with. There was no real threat to begin with.
Now, the letter, which demanded, quote, real answers to 9/11, called for a, quote, immediate inquiry into evidence that suggests high-level government officials may have deliberately allowed the September 11th attacks to occur.
I think that we put something out there that is so powerful that they can't figure out a way to disassemble it this time.
I do not believe Osama bin Laden and al-Qaida were behind the attacks. The evidence doesn't point that way. Al-Qaida is a database of mercenaries that the CIA kept in the 1980s and 90s.
Inside job, plain and simple. All you
First question that pops to my mind is, how do you pull that off in this day and age? Well, according to them, you do it in 4 steps. First, we must control the world's oil, especially the oil in Central Asia and the Middle East. Now, I don't have to remind you that Bush Cheney, they came to power with plans already made to attack Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah, I know, because these guys in a cave in Afghanistan with a satellite phone can get NORAD to stand down. Wow. I wrote the letter to get people's attention. Oh my God, did this really happen? And then bang, there's all the data. And so I think it's had the effect that I had hoped for, and even more so. But the media right now is really showing their ignorance as well as their true colors.
Fires in high-rises have never brought down a steel frame high-rise building at all, ever.
You agree with me that he should be fired immediately?
Yeah, of course. Get the hook out. This is disgraceful. You know, I'm sure Van Jones is not unique. I'm sure there are plenty of guys who spend a little time in jail, get out and have these wacky anti-government, anti-cops, racist, conspiratorial theories.
One of the groups that I've been warning about for a very long time are these 9/11 truthers.
My name's Bob McIlvaine. I'm from Orland, Pennsylvania. I lost my son. When I did this to the press, I wasn't able to get through it, but maybe the second time around. I lost my son at Merrill Lynch. Can't do it.